Hello there, my beautiful Leos, and welcome to or back to your channel. This is your weekend reading for this weekend of June 5th to the 8th. Keep in mind that time is fluid and you can resonate to any of these readings if you have strong Leo in your birth chart. So let's start it off with a number to see what number Spirit is highlighting for you for the weekend. And you have number 17 with I am independent. The quality of work you can produce when you're going at it alone is almost unbelievable. You are as independent as you are ambitious, capable of performing every step of the way with efficiency, focus, and skill. So card number 17 coming through. Some of you born on the 17th, it doesn't have to be, it's just the energy. But this is the card, the number that is being highlighted for you for this weekend with the affirmation of I am independent. So, you know that saying, if I'm going to do it, if anybody's going to do it right, I'm going to do it myself. Some of you are definitely feeling that way, where there is a specific path or a specific project or goal you have for yourself where you feel like you will work best in solitude. There are certain things in life where collaboration is favored, and there are certain things in life where independence is favored. So there's definitely something going on here where you're going to feel, or you already feel, like you should do it on your own. I feel like you could be breaking through a level of your comfort zone with I am independent. Some of you may be doing something solo that you've never done before, whether it's as simple as going out and eating by yourself, or it's something that is grander to, in a sense, starting a business on your own, traveling by yourself, things along those lines. You are definitely getting pushed towards an independent energy right now. Let's see what else you got going on here. Wow. Eclipse in Libra, card 31 with rebalance, evaluate relationships, justice, and fair play. So it's interesting because this card actually does symbolize a reevaluation of your relationships connected to if you still feel like you have a sense of self in current connections. So if you felt like you are losing your independence in a connection or in a situation, you may definitely be finding yourself trying to break free from it, whether it's like a finality energy where you're like, maybe you're married and this is a divorce type of energy, or you feel the need to separate yourself from a specific friend, relationship, or dynamic of relationships. Some of you may have felt like there were certain things that felt unfair to you or just felt imbalanced in certain connections, but that's just one storyline from these two cards. The other storyline I feel is, you may be almost hyper independent for whatever period of time. And this eclipse in Libra with rebalance may come in to shift that a little bit, where there could be a relationship in your life, a connection in your life that will not only be good for you to experience and to be yourself in, but you also won't lose your independence in that connection. So double energy of storyline here, because I definitely feel like for some of you that have lost yourself, you're like, yeah, I'm not doing that anymore. Balance needs to be restored. I need to refine my independence and myself again. But for others of you, I feel like it's totally backwards, where your energy has been very self-sufficient. You have been very solo. You have been very solitude. And there's an energy around you or a relationship, a bond that could be strengthening. And there could be this fear of losing yourself. So let's see, the angel that is with you for this weekend is Live Your Joy. Thank you, angels, for supporting me as I follow my joy. So this is the question you ask yourself. Is this relationship, is this dynamic making me happy? And or can this dynamic help the energy of happiness be something between two people? If there's a connect, this doesn't have to be love only. This could definitely be a friend connection, a family connection, but it's kind of like, does this energy boost your happiness, or does it like suck the life out of you? And when something sucks the life out of you, it usually does take your independence with you. So I definitely feel for a lot of you, you're separating yourself from energies that were draining you and making you feel unhappy, and or the other way around. There's a connection here that the universe is wanting you to experience, because you may be surprised that you can be happy with another person. So let's see what we have in your quantum oracle is deserving. Consciousness card number 6. So this card comes through when you know what you deserve, or you're figuring out what you deserve, right? There's going to be a dual energy throughout this whole reading. And y'all know what it is already. It's either separating yourself from something you lost yourself in, or feeling connected and feeling courageous enough to say, I am stronger now than I ever was before. I want to experience relationships without the fear of losing myself, because I deserve love, because I deserve companionship, because I deserve to be valued and to be happy. So, very interesting energy of cards, because it looks like it's either on one extreme or the other extreme. And it's interesting because you have the eclipse in Libra that is ruled by the scales, and there is that energy of two energies there, even though they're a cardinal sign and not a mutable sign. The scales do have two energies of symbolism in it. So let's see what we have. Because I kind of feel like for some of you, if you are experiencing a newer connection in your life and there's that fear of losing your independence, something can happen this weekend that shows you like, wow, I have worked on that. I still feel like myself, and I still feel authentically in that energy of wanting to be myself in this connection and wanting to be happy. For others of you, it's totally the other way around, where you have felt like the life has been sucked out of your energy and you are feeling called to restore independence in your world. So let's see what your astrology blueprint is here before we get your tarot out. Underneath this eclipse in Libra, we have the air element with thoughts, communication, and futuristic. So Libra is an air sign, and the fact that you have the air element right underneath this eclipse in Libra shows that there could be an emphasis on the way that you're thinking and the way that communication is happening in this energy. Underneath the Live Your Joy, we have the 6th house, service, diet, rituals, and well-being. So the body knows. The body knows. When you feel at ease, when you feel good in somebody's energy, your body will tell you. If you don't feel good in somebody's energy and you don't feel like yourself, or you just feel like you've lost a part of yourself, your body will also tell you that as well. So I definitely do feel like there's a big energy of paying attention to how your body feels this weekend. You also have underneath the consciousness card number 6 of deserving, we have Sagittarius energy with philosopher, happy-go-lucky, and boundless energy. So Sagittarius energy coming underneath the energy of deserving makes a lot of sense to me. Because when we feel excited in something, when we feel like we can live our joy, be ourselves, be happy, that Sagittarius energy is almost amplified, where you feel the need to explore, break boundaries down, and move forward towards feeling like, and not healthy boundaries, but almost like blockages, boundaries you create that stop you from seeing what can be out there or seeing what can be for current connection. So you have the air element, the 6th house, and Sagittarius. So your body's really going to tell you how you feel around this individual, around this connection, around this experience here. And it's either going to make you feel like you want to expand away from it or you want to expand with it. So even your astrology blueprint is giving me an energy around that. And you know, you have the 6th house here. I'm going to tell you something right now. In terms of like body and energy, if you lose your appetite when you are around specific people, that's your body telling you it's probably not a individual that's going to serve your energy for good. If you find yourself even just a little hungry, you know, I know some of y'all know what I'm talking about. When you fully lose your appetite and you can't even literally like look at food or put food down, that is a telltale sign from your nervous system and your digestive system that says this energy is not aligned to me. So if you find yourself not in that position and you even are in the position of reflecting on that and being like, wow, okay, certain people made me so nervous that I couldn't eat, but this person actually makes me feel so safe that I find myself being able to eat. I know that sounds really weird, but it's truth. And I know some of you watching this have experienced that. But let's see what we have as your overall energy from the tarot. The Ace of Wands with new vitality. Interesting card to get. I'm not going to talk about it yet until I clarify. But the Ace of Wands being here, showing a new path, a new energy of excitement that's calling out to you. You know, you do have the Sagittarius energy that is fire. Although you have the air element, the Ace of Wands could sometimes signify communication, a very passionate conversation. And it is symbolized with a, what is that, like a wind flute and a rainbow. So there is renewal in your world this weekend. Whether renewal to finding yourself and refinding yourself, or a renewal of you having such a strong sense of self now that you're more open to connecting to people. Because there's a big theme here of breaking through a fear of losing yourself or breaking through an experience where you actually did. So let's see, on the Ace of Wands, we have the Ten of Cups. So there is an overall energy of happiness here. So I really do feel like, I mean, I don't want to keep repeating myself, but I wish they would kind of like move on from the whole like losing yourself, finding yourself, blah, 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 this part of it all. But with the Ten of Cups here, could show me that there is a potential family dynamic involved in this, whether directly or indirectly. And with the Ten of Cups there as well, symbolizing that energy of happiness and following your happiness, following your joy with that Ace of Wands. It's like your overall energy is, I don't want this to sound bad, but you don't care what's going to make other people happy right now. You're caring about what's going to make Leo happy. And if leaving a relationship's going to make you happy, that's what you're going to do. If allowing yourself to experience a relationship is making you happy, then that's what you're going to do. You're following what makes you feel exciting. So either right now you're feeling excited energy towards independence, or you're feeling excited energy towards companionship. What's coming your way? We have the Nine of Pentacles. I mean, there's that energy of independence. On your influence, we have the Moon. So this does look like it could be a path of the unknown, right? Especially if you have been staying to yourself for a while, or if you've been in this connection for a while. Your unexpected energy for the weekend is the Ace of Swords. So some type of unexpected communication is coming in here for you. Some of you may hear from somebody that you did separate yourself from in the past. Because sometimes energy tries to give me an indication of who the person could be. So if this is not a current connection or a newer connection, this could be a past person that comes through that is trying to get you to give them another chance. And, you know, maybe you couldn't get food down around this person. Maybe you had no appetite around this person in the past. Like, I know when somebody is in an unhealthy relationship when they tell me that. And I've dealt with a lot of like one-on-one for people that have dealt with like relationship issues. And that's like one of the biggest themes of hunger. Okay, on the advice position, you have the Queen of Swords. So your advice is to detach, but to also be open to receive. So don't fully close your energy down, But don't be in that energy of, you know, bending over backwards or giving people chances you don't want to give. And your outcome is the Emperor. You're standing your ground here, Leo. You are like, well, that was old me that would have let you do that. Or that was old me that would have let you walk all over me. Old me would have lost myself in relationships, but not the new you. So there's unexpected communication here. I definitely do feel like if there's nothing going on in your life right now, there could absolutely be a past person that tries to come back into your world as you are focusing on your independence and your happiness. A lot of the times that happens. Some of you may even be dating another person or around another person and people are trying to come into your energy. Let's clarify this here. Now, if this is not romance, this could be a connection that has to do with a family member. Or this could be like a relationship dynamic with a family member. Where, you know, you could be in a process of freeing yourself from your parents right now. Whether the dynamic that was instilled inside of you, like inner child healing, reparenting yourself, if it's on an energetic level. Some of you, it could be on a physical level. Like this type of energy gives me like moving out of your childhood home, finally not living with parents or something along those lines. Some of you had to take care of a parent that you may not have to take care of them anymore. Let's see, on the 9 of Pentacles of what's coming your way, we have the 8 of Swords, we have the 3 of Pentacles, and we have the Temperance card. Yeah, so things are getting ready to rebalance themselves out, which is actually really amazing that you have this on the same position of the eclipse in Libra that literally says rebalance. So whatever's happening here, it's going to help you feel better mentally and physically within your own body. There's something about feeling better in your own energy. And with Temperance card, a restoration of peace, which it looks like Temperance has been following you. Ruler of Sagittarius. You have Sagittarius coming through here as well. It looks like Temperance has been in almost every single reading of yours within the last week or two. So I definitely feel like there's a huge rebalance and stabilization of peace in your energy, where if something was making you feel obligated or something was making you feel like you had no choice but to say yes, you may be finally moving into the position of saying, well, I don't have to say yes to this anymore, or this is just not in your reality anymore, and you're finally freed from it. Now, back to those other two storylines, whether you are being open to collaborating with a new energy or saying, you know what, look, there's no closure here. Let's just find compromise and move on. On the moon, with your influence, we have the Chariot. Yep, there you go. The Page of Swords and the Ten of Swords. So a new path is becoming more curious and exciting for you. You know, there's that Chariot energy, which could signify finally moving out of somewhere or moving on from doing something that you felt obligated that you had to do, or maybe a situation you felt obligated to stay in. The ending of that is happening here. Now, on the flip side of some of you resonating with the storyline of being possibly hyper-independent, somebody could finally be sparking your curiosity. And you may be sitting in this position of, can I be happy with this person? Can I feel at ease and at peace with this individual? So there's definitely some type of movement here with the Chariot coming through. On the Ace of Swords of what's unexpected, some unexpected communication. There it is, the Hermit. Something's going to, if you resonate with that storyline, with the story of being hyper independent, someone is definitely going to come through to try to get you to come out of this. Hermit energy, 2 of Pentacles, so you find yourself slightly indecisive, and the Ace of Cups. So will you go down the new path and take the new offer, or will you stay in your independence of the Hermit? It looks like your energy is back and forth with it. It's not like a super yes, but it may not be a super no. But now you have 3 aces, and one of them is your overall energy. So I definitely do feel like there is a new path opening up here for you. That you either take back your independence or you finally allow companionship after being independent and in solitude for probably a good period of time with the Hermit. On the Queen of Swords in your advice, we have the Two of Cups, the Page of Wands. So your advice is it's almost like learning yourself through this experience with this person. Whether you're learning yourself through this experience with a family member or learning yourself through this experience with love, there is something for you to learn about yourself through this connection, which you feel like you have or you feel like you are right now. And your advice is to take what you are learning and move forward with it. And there's just something about not fully closing off to people. So if you just went through a breakup or went through a divorce or some type of separation energy, they are giving you an indication of not fully closing down to potential people in the world just because, you're feeling good with your independence again, or stepping into that energy of taking back and refinding yourself. There could be people that help you find yourself again, I'm getting from this. And others of you on the flip side who've been super hyper independent, allowing allowing someone to experience you and you experience them back. It's like there's like something for you to learn here. And on the Emperor with your outcome, you have the World, completion to a cycle of some type of defense, Seven of Wands, Five of Swords, King of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, and the King of Wands. You're definitely standing your ground in a position here, for sure. If you're a single Leo and you have a couple different people coming your way, I feel like you are either A, totally ignoring the people that you don't want to come your way and giving to somebody you feel good about, or some of you are just defensive towards everybody and you have a little bit of a wall up towards everyone. But your outcome does look like there is something or someone you will decide to put effort into eventually. And I say eventually for some of you, but some of you could be doing that right now. So this is a weird reading. It's kind of all over the place. And I feel like I was really loving the very specific readings because this one's, I can feel it in my mind's eye. It's just like going, it's just like zigzagged. It's like all over. Because I feel like there are a couple storylines here that are coming through and I'm trying to hit all of the ones that I feel. So hopefully that wasn't very confusing, which it might have been. But you got to know yourself, right? That's what a big part of this reading is giving to. You knowing and understanding yourself. So are you someone who is at a pivotal point in time right now of making a final decision to leave a connection and refind yourself? Are you someone who has been in hermit mode and independent for a while and finally opening up to saying, all right, I'm open to a change. I'm open to seeing what this connection could be all about. Are you somebody who is separating yourself from a family dynamic or getting out of family home or moving through a reparenting journey, finding your independence, not connected to what you went through growing up? So there's a couple different things here. And now, some of you can resonate to two of those storylines. One of them, if you're resonating to all three, that'd be even crazier. But this reading is a little all over the place, so I will say that this weekend could feel a little bit similar. But I do get a slight wall up in your energy. You don't look fully there, but you don't look fully detached either. I do feel like there could be a little bit of just a sense of uncertainty on your end. You know, if you're resonating with that storyline of taking back your independence, some of you, there's a sense of uncertainty, you know, the moon, the unknown path. Like, well, what's going to happen from this? Giving somebody a chance, giving a connection a chance. There's that uncertainty of like, well, what's going to happen with this? How much should I open up? So that's what I have here for you, Leo. all over the place reading for this weekend. In terms of zodiac signs, in your spread that could be around you or in your chart, you have Libra, Sagittarius, Pisces, Cancer, Virgo with that 6th house, and the Hermit, Aries, if I didn't say that already. Yeah, so that's everyone who's out here for you. But there's definitely an emphasis on your close relationships this weekend. I would say love and family seem like it's heightened the most, but there could be some platonic friend energy here as well for some of you. Okay, your ending oracle from the Starseed Oracle is the Cosmic Heart. Devotion, potency, make your life a moving prayer. Okay. Leo, you do rule the heart, and you do have the Cosmic Heart here. When you surrender to a state of devotion, you find yourself flowing with all of life. You're being called to refocus your attention deep within, to the intelligence of your own heart. To bow to deep reverence to your inner temple. To live your life in devotion to this place, to make your life one big moving prayer. Perhaps you felt off kilter lately, sensing that the potency of why you're doing things has gotten watered down. Perhaps you've forgotten what made you start doing them in the first place. If so, this is your call to take a moment and reconnect with the truth at the very center of your heart. To get back to the essence of what you're about. To devote your life to what you care about most. To turn your gaze deep, deep, deep. That's so crazy because the overall energy of like the umbrella message of this reading is understanding yourself. So it's interesting that this card's come through. There are seasons for harvesting and seasons for sowing. Right now, you're being called to plant your soul seeds and sing them with devotion. To feed them with the sweet, sweet waters of your own soul. To lose yourself in the potency of what is that most expands your heart. To live your life according to what makes you come alive. Live your joy. My God. Rather than what everyone else thinks. And I said that in the beginning. I was like, I don't want this to sound harsh, but your happiness is definitely at the forefront. To make your life one big moving prayer. So this is the biggest question you got to ask yourself. In terms of your relationships or in terms of what's going on here. Where do you feel like you can live your joy most here? Is it there? Is it here? Is it with this person? Is it with that person? Is it with just yourself? That's the biggest energy for this weekend. And all the other details will present themselves, but overall, it's still up to you. What makes Leo happy? Because that's what you deserve. And an energy could be coming in to give you that happiness or to amplify the happiness you already found within yourself. Or there could be an energy that you just feel like is draining it from you. Because I really get that dual energy of extremes. I feel like for some of you, it's totally different. Where you're being valued, you're being seen. You have found the happiness within yourself. And there's somebody here that is just amplifying that happiness. Or it's a total opposite. You lost the happiness within yourself and there's been someone around you that's just been draining it and draining it and draining it even more. So this is what I have here for you, Leo. Thank you for being here and for watching. I hope you have a wonderful, beautiful, amazing weekend ahead. Don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell. And I'll see and talk to all of y'all very, very soon. Bye now.